refuse to listen. Don't do that anymore. National state of emergency. We are in. Where do you live? What do you give? Rights, fights, flights. Constitutional existence is gone. From up above, you are seen as a pawn. True freedom is the spirituality. Be careful. Was told to you 20 years ago.
There's already a design in place to control the human race, and if I say too much, it's me they will erase. So fix your face, it's time to fix your situation. Cause too much time is wasted. So please take control and glorify your soul. That what purity and spirituality is the only guarantee to be safe and free. And what they will do is create a police state. And some will say that it's already too late. So what can we debate? Don't you know you're right, the vote can go away, and it could be amended and we know one day. So who's to say or who's to know that aliens haven't been here since the pyramid show? But what I wanna know is why do you trust them so when they hate us so? And we'll never say sorry. You keep on treating us just like basic Atari. Who are we? The original that's been mixed. Plus we've been violently mistreated by the 666.
How can we really see with our eyes are blinded to what we really need? They control our minds. How can we really see with our eyes are blinded to what we really need? They control our minds.
Come on. Day out. Woo! Be careful. Woo, that's hot, hot, hot. E-complete with Mike Boogie, New Eurekan poet champion, and Miss Kendra. What's good? It's Eric Taylor, Taylored2U Coaching. Welcome to episode 42 of my Knowledge is Love podcast. Tonight, we will be discussing with my sidekick, The Truth. So what's up?
Hi.
Here's The Truth. We will be discussing the North Node in Taurus, where it is in transit, the South Node in Scorpio. How you can see it in America's chart, your individual placements, I'll answer questions, all that fun stuff. Okay. So anybody, a couple of minutes late tonight. We're going to rock for a bit. I hope everybody's doing well. Went horseback riding with the family today. Oh my gosh, had a great time. First time for my boys going horseback riding. I grew up riding horses, even won some competitions, got 2 first place ribbons and a 3rd place ribbon. And yeah, it was just great. The place was okay, but the horses, the experience, and the family, it was great. And who's that? Hello. And I have
Irene.
What's up, Irene?
I love the nodes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have fun. And I have a great praise report. God is so good. Went to the pulmonologist on Monday. My left lung is completely healed. And my right lung just has a little bit of scarring at the top of the lung. Who knew your lungs go all the way up to the top of your back, like on the shoulder? And that's where I had shingles on the right shoulder blade. So a little scarring in the right lung, but they expect a full recovery. My lung capacity is like 70%, and normal is like 80. That range between 80 and I guess 100. I don't know if anybody's 100, but I didn't ask. But anyway, so yeah. God is good, and I feel good. And your prayers, your healing energy and vibrations, it means the world to me. So I just want to thank you guys as well. Whether you catch us on the live or on the playback, like Pat Sajak, the fortune of my wheels are flowing so lovely, like a dove bee, no crying, but my boy Prince is still multiplying. Anyway, so, please check out my song. I put up one of my songs. It's going to be on my upcoming 3rd studio album. The first one is Hip Hop Forever. The second one is True Speaker. And I'll put those back up on iTunes, and I don't know about Spotify since all that
Irene
controversy.
said, so glad to hear this, Eric.
Oh, thank you, Irene. And but my third album is going to be titled "God Told Me to Tell You," and I got some stuff to tell you. Okay. And so that song that I put up was this dope freestyle that I did in one take called Mean Bars, produced by DJ Crazy Killer. And then I have a friend and a great singer. She's coming out with an album soon, Felicia Taylor, jump on and do some harmonies and stuff on there. And it just, it just worked real nicely. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please go listen. And remember, Astrological Coffee Talk is now Sunday, March 13th, Irene. I hope you come this time. Don't be shy. 1 p.m. Eastern. Only $12 at Taylored2U Coaching at gmail.com. You book it today, tomorrow, whenever you want. And right now, the Pisces birth chart sale is going on for all you natal, sun sign, solar return Pisces. A birth chart or a solar return chart, only $135. Normally $175. And then if you want the big shebang with the custom video summary, it's normally $250, and knock it down to $220. So it's up to you. But that's the deal for the Pisces. And so the north and south node of the moon are these orbital points, right, around the moon. And they're very karmic, right? So in Vedic astrology, the north node is called Rahu. And the south
Matt
node.
Gaming said, what's up?
What up, Matt Gaming? And the south node is called Ketu. Okay. And so the way that it represents and exists in our world and in astrology, the map of your life, the south node is a very karmic placement. It's an energy from a past life of skills and experiences that you've already mastered. You've already done this, right, in your most recent past life. And so when you come here, it's like these gifts and talents and skills that you got it from God. It's very spiritual. It's very karmic, but it is definitely a strong malefic because the south node, right? It's got like this, it's really got like this Mars energy. It separates, it cuts, it divides, it pulls you away from.
Irene said, I got the Taurus North Node just transited my natal chart, or my natal Chiron.
Ooh. Your natal Chiron. Oh, yeah, because your natal Chiron's in Taurus. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking because my natal Chiron is in Aries, and Chiron is currently in Aries. I'm having that Chiron return, which might be a reason that I got sick and went into a coma. Just, one of the things or whatever. So just understand, so the South Node, it's really an energy that you get it, it's more spiritual, and it's that's why they call it the dragon's tail, Ketu. It doesn't know where it's going. It has no direction. Okay, so it's very spiritual. It's karmic. It's kind of like where you don't want anything from the material world, right? But it can create some havoc. You don't want to stay there too long, which is why between the ages of 42 and 48, and usually after 30.
Anzo here and said,
oh, what's up, man?
Put up peace emojis.
What's going on?
Irene said, wow, good point.
Yeah, and so what you want to do is you want to balance these energies. Some astrologers will tell you 50-50. Some astrologers, and I agree with this, say more 70-30. Going to the North Node and sort of leaving the South Node, but bringing those skills and talents with you and to balance the energies. The North Node, right, which in Vedic they call Rahu, the North Node is an energy that's sort of like this assignment, this mission, this calling, this destiny, this purpose, where you sort of need to go to sort of complete some of your karmic lessons, and where you will feel over time more comfortable. And so that should be the 70% and the South Node 30%. But the North Node is a foreign energy to you. It's not in your skill set. It's not in your wheelhouse. No comprende. Like you're like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand. Right? For example, my North Node's Pisces. My South Node's in Virgo, where my sun is. So I've mastered, right? Logic, analytical, critical, service, humanitarian. Like that's my wheelhouse, right? Being precise, trying to be that perfectionist. But it depends on what house you have it in, the North and South Node. But we're going to focus on where it is currently for the next about 16, 17 months. North Node's in Taurus, South Node's in Scorpio. So you guys can comment where your Taurus and Scorpio are in your house, what houses, because we're not focused on other nodal placements, Taurus and Scorpio, right? So understand the North Node being a Taurus, right? You want to move towards that Taurus type energy. Now, I haven't studied this so deeply, but in the cycle of the 18-month period, I would assume the first, let's say 3 to 5 months, the energy is more in the Scorpio. And then you have to kind of leave that and move more towards the Taurus. Okay. And, when you're thinking about it in terms of transit, but it's still a balancing act where you're merging these two energies 50-50 or 70-30, or however you feel. And
Irene said Taurus is in my 11th house.
Yeah. And it's, I think it's exalted in Aquarius and at home in Taurus. And the South Node is at home in Scorpio, I believe, and not too sure where it could be exalted. Honey, what did Irene say again? The Taurus is where?
Taurus is in my 11th house.
Yeah, so you're going to feel a pull to find positive pleasure, pleasure-filled or beauty in connections online with groups, your social network, your friends, and even reaching for and trying to achieve some of your hopes and dreams, right? So let's talk about this. The Taurus North Node energy is, right, what's Taurus? So it's Venus, right? And we're going to get to America's chart too. I want to talk about that because Venus is in Cancer in the 8th house for America, right? And Taurus is in the 6th house. But you look where the ruler is, right? Venus, excuse me. And then for Scorpio, the South Node is in America's 12th house. And the Mars is in the 7th house of Gemini. War, cutting, dividing, separating. 12th house, foreign lands, import, export, business. So we'll get back to that.
Okay, Anzo said Pluto and Scorpio, 10th or 11th house.
Pluto? We're not talking about Pluto. Where's your north?
Okay, Jupiter and Taurus, 4th or 5th house.
Yeah, no, just use the whole sign system, Lonzo. Don't keep going back and forth different houses, okay? Gotta get focused. Gotta get focused. Use the whole sign system, but also where is your Taurus and Scorpio, like, because that's where your North and South Node are now, okay? But so let me finish here. So Taurus North Node is money, savings, investments, material items, our 5 senses, clothing, fabric, food, our survival, right? Our family assets, how we earn and gain money. So think about that in terms of at this time, with the North Node being in Taurus in the 6th house of work, daily routine, health, hygiene. In America's chart, there is this sort of karmic mission, destiny that we're going to deal with money, stock market, food, and what's going to happen to it. What's going to happen with the stock market, crypto. You already saw, remember I told you with the Pluto return video, watch out for Russia and Ukraine. You saw what happened yesterday. And the fact that the South Node is in America's 12th house, activating the 7th house of Mars and Gemini, the other half, other countries, there could be secret involvement or us jumping into defending Ukraine and having beef with Russia. Remember Russia the other day, I don't know if you guys know this, they were like, yo, forget the sanctions and US dollar. Putin was like, we're going to be down with crypto now. So what's the Scorpio energy in the South Node? We talked about the Taurus North Node. And so you think about it, right? People could be obsessing about the stock market, obsessing and overbuying food, obsessing about their jobs and how they're going to earn money, right? Obsessing about family assets. Scorpio, South Node. So we talked about the South Node separating, more spiritual, more karmic, right? Cutting and dividing skills and talents that you've mastered. With Scorpio, it's emotions, power, obsession, control, death and rebirth, intimacy, sex, secrets, lies, investigation, right? To dig up the truth. Anything underground is Scorpio, the occult. Surgery. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. That's why I went from America's 12th house Scorpio to Mars in Gemini, because the South Node has that energy with Scorpio with Mars. Okay. So one thing that's really fascinating when you think about the South Node in Scorpio in the 12th house of America's chart, and then we'll get to where it is in people's houses, that's speaking to hidden talents, foreign lands, secret societies, jails, hospitals, isolation, monasteries, the subconscious mind of the country. So how could this play out for the country and the collective, separate from the individual? Getting involved in war, yeah. Huge changes in our financial structures. And then you combine this with Pluto and Capricorn and Neptune and Pluto and Pisces and Jupiter until May 11th. There is a lot going on right now. Okay. And so you have to wonder, will there be some sort of healing, some sort of reparation, some sort of healing for the original sin, some sort of almost like mental surgery, right? Because Scorpio definitely also represents, like healing, medical, and then also non-traditional, homeopathic and naturopathic, right? So I think it's going to be fascinating, and we have to kind of see how it's going to play out. You can kind of guess and predict, but for your own personal life, separate from America's chart, I just want to give you that kind of, we live in America. But there's a lot of, the fact that secrets can get revealed to make things spiritually and karmically right, along with the Pluto and Capricorn. Right? So just watch different things that come up. Pay attention. Keep that third eye open so you see what's going on with your finances. And also Scorpio energy is other people's money. Right? Taurus is the money you gain. Scorpio is the money you get or manage, IRS, taxes. The inflation, interest rate's going to go up. Inflation will eventually, hopefully, go down. But it's been crazy. Now, remember when we had the North Node in Gemini, that's when we had the boom of all the podcasts, all the farmers markets, the hand-to-hand trade, right? I got apples, you got green beans, we trade. Okay. Read.
Okay.
Have you guys? I've been telling my wife and the kids about. I don't know if you guys know in New York City, and especially in Harlem, 125th, we had the Black Israelites, and they would be like, calling people names, and, "Oh, you devil, this and that," and and they'd read this, and they'd be talking about stuff, and then he'd like point to the dude reading the Bible, and he'd be like, "Read." After he like cursed out people, and yeah. But anyway, it's just mad funny. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. But oh my god, comedy.
Okay. Let's see. Mad Gaming said Scorpio North Node, first house, Taurus South Node, 7th house. And then Anzo said Midheaven and Scorpio.
Yeah, well, that South Node could be making a desire to change your career or make you focus on a more spiritual healing career, Lonzo. Okay. So my gaming, that means the Taurus is transiting your 7th house now, hitting your South Node, the North Node hitting your South Node. So things could feel a little weird or uncomfortable for you the next, 16, 17 months. Just in the sense of like feeling like you are repeating things that you've already done. Does that make sense? Like whether it's in relationships or contracts or in the marketplace, negotiations, open enemies, people.
Anna La Artist, well, I'm excited. I caught it live.
Who was that?
Someone new.
Who is it?
Anna La Artist.
Hey,
Artista.
welcome. I'm so glad you caught it live. How you doing? I love meeting different subscribers and people. So nice to meet you, Eric Taylor. All right. And share with us your Taurus and Scorpio placements, what houses. We're talking about the transit of the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio. But Matt Gaming, does that make sense to you? You could definitely have some karmic, relationships or like somebody coming back up, an old girlfriend or, love interest. Even business opportunities that things could feel really like fated for you, but there's going to be this pull of should I, shouldn't I, can I, should I not, will I, like there's going to be a question mark dealing with that 7th house right now, and then obviously it's the reverse on for yourself and identity, because I guess the South Node. So you have the North Node natally, and then the South Node transiting there in Scorpio. I'm going through the same thing, bro. So trust me. So it could be stuff with identity, figuring out like, okay, I am this, but who am I? I know this, but questioning that. I don't want to call it self-doubt, but you have to understand that access of the 1st and 7th house is literally I am me, psychology, mentally, appearance, physical appearance, outer mask, and then other half, right? Dealing with the marketplace, the courthouse, a spouse, open enemies, people that are like coming up at you. Okay, so that's when you have that access and yours is reversed. It's heavy, So just be mindful and don't think that you're like crazy or like, going through the matrix, although, we're in the matrix, but don't think you're like, going through like just because you're going to feel some really almost backwards faded experiences in the next 16 or 17 months. It could be really fascinating. So did Anna say where her Taurus and Scorpio is in your chart?
No.
And so also, so think about this. The way that the Taurus energy could play out is even for you diversifying your investments, right? Maybe a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver, a little bit of traditional technology stocks, a little bit of the big, big boys, even though Netflix just took that big hit, but like, I don't know, like, Facebook took a hit too, but I don't know, some of the bigger stocks, but think of stocks that are dealing with new energies, right? And I'm not giving stock advice. I'm just saying like what's happening right now and what makes sense. And remember, the North Node is slowly creeping to Uranus and Taurus. Ooh, lordy. This is a challenging time for Taurus risings, Scorpio risings, Leo risings, Aquarius risings. It doesn't have to be all bad energy. I'm just saying there's challenges. Because when you have Uranus and the North Node, let's say either squaring your Aquarius and Leo or opposing your Scorpio, it's just a lot of energy. Along with the South Node in Scorpio, there can be a separation from contracts, or you could feel like, you know what, I don't want to deal with anybody right now in business. It doesn't karmically feel right, or you only deal with people that you spiritually feel connected with and to, right? Like if it doesn't jive after you meditate on it. And I think, to be honest with you, that's going to be the important thing for us to do. Because the South Node being in Scorpio, you don't want to just cut people off right away because it's that Mars energy. You need to kind of really pray and meditate on stuff before, wherever Scorpio is in your house, you just dismiss people or themes in those houses. And the house will kind of describe to you the experiences that you'll go through, and then know that the South Node does that, right? It's sort of past life energy, things you already know, things you've mastered, your skills, your talents, gifts from God, this spiritual feeling, right? The intense emotions, intimacy, secrets, lies, right? The Scorpio energy, whatever house it's in, will flavor the theme and tell more of a story. But understand, don't rush to react, but then bring some of that opposing house of the Taurus, the stability, the security, the prudent, practical, pragmatic Taurus, grounded Venus energy to it. And remember, and I didn't get into this, in America's chart, the Venus is in the 8th house of Cancer. So that is literally, and Mercury's there too, other people's money, occult knowledge. There's detective, CSI, FBI, right? Psychology, death and rebirth. There's a lot of things going on that are going to be, activated, because that North Node activates the Venus and Cancer in 8th house in America's chart. Why? Because Taurus rules Venus. You see how that works? So I want you to understand, in transit, those energies, they light up the house that it's in for you, but then you also need to look at the ruling planet. So for the South Node, you'll look for Mars. For the North Node, you'll look for Venus. So that's another part of your chart you should be looking at for the next 17 months to see, okay, I could experience this. I might go through this. And then if it's hitting certain planets, okay? So just understand, like it's this is an interesting. Okay.
Anna said, this is just a new one. Anna said, my North Node is 14 degrees Aquarius in my 7th house.
Okay, but where? Okay, your 7th house, so that means.
And then she also said, I believe it's a girl or a woman.
Yeah.
My Scorpio is in my 4th house.
Yeah, I was gonna say your Taurus is in your 10th.
Jupiter at 27 degrees. Scorpio, my Taurus, is in 10th house.
Yeah, so right now there's this karmic pull to find the career that your soul really wants, especially if your midheaven's in the 10th house. So these next 17 months, if you love your job, you might excel in it, right? If you don't love your job, you might switch to find the job that you feel is really what's more pleasing to your soul. And Taurus in the 10th house, you can do anything, but you're going to bring that sort of calming, stubborn, fixed, grounded earth energy to it, right? So you can deal in the financial industry, right? You can deal with being an artist, a singer. You can deal with being a chef, working in a garden, a landscaper. You can deal with interior design, decorating, right? You can deal with even being a teacher. Maybe you teach music, teach art. Maybe you're a professor, Taurus and Venus, but just understand that there'll be a pull where you can get a lot of attention and have a raise in your job in the next 18 months, if it hasn't already happened, that gives you more money, right? And you can be received very well in the workplace or in public, okay? And then you might have some issues at home. So it could be more intense at home, more emotional, more arguments, but also maybe some spiritual healing. Maybe there's the come to Jesus moment in the home where you're like, look, I love astrology. And someone in your family doesn't, and you have to confront them and just explain to them astrology is the map of your life. I've been learning and I love astrology and this and that, and it's a big part of who I am. Maybe you need to, maybe it's karmically time for you to share that with some mom, grandma, someone in your family. The South Node and Scorpio in your fourth house. Capiche? That makes sense. So, but also there's that empathic, remember, it's fixed water. Scorpio fourth house can be very. I wonder, have you moved? Or are you planning a move too? Sometimes Aquarius or Scorpio in the fourth house, there is this need to move and find new terrain, So just stuff to think about, But I'm so glad you have joined us this evening. Anybody else? Any other comments?
Well, yeah, there's quite a bit. Irene Max said, I love this North Node now because I need this. Taurus Bedison. Anzo said, okay, Scorpio 11th house. And then they also said Taurus 5th house. And then Irene Max said, super scary in a lot of ways. Irene Mack then said, trying to stay in my power. Then, wow, that's beautiful thought, the healing.
Yeah. And Lonzo, you could have some issues with some manipulative.
Anna, the new one's writing the book, by the way, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And it will be healing for you because Chiron is in the 9th house. Now, I don't know if it's in your house, 9th house natally, but Chiron's in Aries. So maybe you can even, I'm not saying whatever you're writing about, right? But there could be some, Chiron is the wounded healer. So there could be some emotional, physical, or spiritual wounds, either personally or other stories, or you can weave into your story that can be healing to the people. The 9th house is publishing, sharing your beliefs, your philosophies. So that's dope. I wish you well. Hey, maybe talk to me when you get your book together or this and that. Maybe I can interview you and have you on the Knowledge is Love podcast. You can always email me at Taylored2U Coaching@gmail.com. Okay. So, but you guys, but Lonzo, back to you, right? 11th house. So you could have some times where you're dealing with groups or organizations or friends or fake friends who could be lower vibration, trying to pull you down with them, whether it's manipulation or lying or drugs, alcohol, whatever. So just be mindful of that. Scorpio in the 11th house is not easy sometimes. But you can also connect with a lot of spiritual people, right? You can connect with a lot of intuitive people, a lot of psychic people, a lot of people into astrology and numerology online, watching YouTube with a Scorpio rising, explaining astrology to you.
Oh, wow. Anna donated $5.
Oh, thank you so much, Anna. God bless you. I really appreciate that. But, so think about that, Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just be mindful, you know. And Anna, just also make sure, even, in your home life, if you don't already have, make sure you have EMF protectors, crystals, healing crystals, amethyst, citrine, different things, because during these 17 months, it will be really important for just positive energy in the home. And if you don't meditate, I would try meditating every day. At least start at 15 minutes. But Scorpio fourth house, you can get up to an hour if you can. That'll be good for you. All right. So yeah, that Leo rising. Yeah, you probably have a nice mane of hair, and or at least distinct cat eyes and eyebrows and stuff like that. All the good stuff. You guys, I want you to remember in your chart, pay attention. Where's your Venus? Where's your Mars? Right. So for me, the South Node is hitting up my Venus on the ascendant. Right. So, maybe it's things that make me want to kind of, get a Reiki session, do facials, take care, make sure my locks are getting retwisted, but also make sure I'm spiritually meditating enough to know where I should invest in Ethereum or Bitcoin or this new, whatever, or should I do NFTs or, what I mean? Stuff like that. So, because remember, Venus is money. It's not just pleasure and good looks and love language and all that, but it is the dollar bill, y'all. It's also savings, what I would invest in, what things I might want to collect. Right. So, understand.
Anna said I absolutely do.
Absolutely do what? Oh, meditate. Oh, good. I'm sure you do. Come on, Anna. I already feel your vibe. I feel your spirit. You're doing your thing. So God bless you. I like that. And make sure you email me. Definitely do. And especially if you want to get a chart reading done. This Virgo Sun, Cap Moon, Scorpio Rising. I handle my business and I work hard for my clients. And you can even see on Taylored2U Coaching.com, the website, all my different services, business birth charts, that's really, really good and very helpful for a lot of people, a lot of clients that I've worked with. And, starting their own business, like when you might want to register your LLC or stuff like that, because this is what the big companies do. They're launching a song, an album, a book, a movie, a new product. They use astrology. They do. You darn Skippy. You darn Skippy Flippy. Like my cool shirt. It's kind of like, eclectic. So, also understand this. This is a time too to really focus on your five senses and develop your sixth sense. Get into your Black Moon Lilith. Get into your root chakra so you're listening and trusting your gut and your instincts, right? Taurus, it's speech, food. Watch how you're speaking. Don't be too... Now, remember, Taurus energy is very sensual and very spiritual. So there could be, some sort of sensual spiritual connections that come up that feel karmically fated, right? And the Taurus, what house it's in for you, can tell you where you might meet somebody. But at the same time, it can just even be something about you changing your diet, you meditating more, you collecting spiritual things, you, even if you don't invest, you just, you get your paycheck and you're like, okay, donating this much to a church, or I'm just, doing a little bit for charity, but then I'm going to save, let's say out of $100, I'm going to donate 5 or 10, and then I'm going to save 20 and then handle my bills and expenses and all that other stuff with the $80. I mean, with the bad math, $70 remaining. You know what I mean? So just to give you some food for thought and stuff. And it's a great time, you guys, especially with everything that's going on. It's a great time to start your own garden. And you can do this even if you live in a big city and you don't have a yard or whatever, and you got a tiny apartment, studio, whatever. I get it. I get it. You can even start with some herbs, your basil, your thyme. You can start with, on the windowsill. You can start with, lettuce, some kale, some charts. Just you can read different books to see when it's the right time to plant certain things, what needs this amount of sunlight, and then you can get even some of the grow lamps, that sometimes people will use for the Mary Jane that you can use for food. Okay. Grow your own food. Not only is it better for you and healthier for you, but it's time. It's TIME. It's a great song on True Speaker by E Complete. TIME. This is mental enslavement. Woo! That's a heavy track. So, but any other comments with Taurus and Scorpio with the nodes?
Okay, so
Come on, homie.
well, I need to go up first.
Yeah. Well, not past that. We already said that when she donated. No.
Because I just skip that.
Okay. He's got another job tomorrow doing a voiceover. This kid, man. This kid.
Did I already read Germ the Moggy said
no, what's up, Germ?
Okay, so Germ the Moggy's here.
I'm peeping some of the tracks.
What it do,
There's
Eric?
definitely one that I'm really feeling.
What it do, Eric, in the family?
Yeah.
I have a North Node in Scorpio, 9th house.
North Node
and then Scorpio. Only Oni. I believe that they are there too.
They're new? Oni?
Yeah, only Oni.
Only Oni. What's up, Only Oni? The Tenderoni? Is it a lady? Only Oni? I like that name. That's dope.
Sounds like a man.
Oh, it might be a man. Okay. Well, what up, bro?
Taurus.
Welcome. I really appreciate you coming.
Taurus, 8th or 9th house.
Who said Taurus?
Only. Oni. So Oni said Taurus 8th-9th house, Scorpio 2nd-3rd house.
Okay, what's this dash? Pick a. Let go of the Placidus. Look at your whole sign if that's what you're switching back and forth to, and just tell me which is which, because I'm gonna tell you that the whole sign is gonna be more accurate. It's my personal opinion, but a lot of astrologers, because it's what they used in ancient times, back in ancient Kemet, Hellenistic times. I mean, it's the best house system, and I'm not now knocking sidereal or equal sign houses or this and that. Whole sign. I'm telling you. Done it with my own chart, my astrology teacher, showing me, back and forth. And trust me, I look at the Placidus when I do your chart reading, but I do everything in the whole sign. I still consider and ponder, but I don't like to deal with the interceptions because it can throw off the whole chart. You can't say okay, if you've got Uranus in Capricorn, and then you're Sag rising, and then it's Sag, Capricorn, or skipping Capricorn, going Aquarius. You know how the interceptions go. Well, how do you just skip a planet? How do you skip a Lilith? How do you skip the Chiron? You know what I mean? So the interceptions, I know it says what they say that it means, like a dissolving of that house and that planet, and you can't access it as much. And there's all this other stuff that are written about it. Fugazis. Whole sign system. Okay. But back to before Only Omi. Germ. So, okay, so that means the South Node is hitting your North Node. So there can be some fated karmic connections with people from foreign lands. There can be this feeling of even questioning your own philosophies and beliefs right now, or things being revisited, people coming back, or a desire, right, to publish or, get your words and songs and tracks to spread to foreign lands. You know what I mean? And so it's a very it's like a revisit, because especially when a North Node's in the South Node, it's like karmic, but then it's like, should I go this way? And then you're like, but I know this, right? Like I feel this. And then there's like this separation and this pull, and this is like, I want to be more spiritual. But then the North Node is like saying, let's move forward, let's push, right? So you can have, and then in your third house, your communications, right? Dealing with your siblings, the adult relationship with mom, your skills. You could really be feeling a little twisted, and friends and neighbors could come at you a little sideways. And then you're like, okay, how do I process this? They keeping it real, they faking, they're lying. So just make sure you're really meditating on your steps, your moves, your social media, all that stuff. Just move slower and really be like, okay, is this bringing me value? Is this what my soul needs or wants? And then look at your Venus and your Mars. And that flavors the conversation and story of the North and South Node access. Capiche? And that will really help you. Now, only Omi, did they pick a second or third? Which house you working with, only? Only?
Oh, Oni's a woman.
Okay, I thought it was a lady. That's why I said tenderoni.
The whole sign is
third house?
The whole sign is as in what house that it's mostly in. My Scorpio is mostly in the second house, and Taurus mostly in the eighth.
Okay, yeah, it wouldn't be mostly. It's definitely the houses, right? So if your Taurus is in the second, right? So you're saying you're in Aries rising, right? So in the whole sign, it's Aries, Taurus. It goes all around perfectly, right? Pisces, 12th house. So if you're Aries rising, right, you're Taurus in the second house.
And I donated another $5.
Thank you, Anna. You're making me blush and feel shy. You're very sweet, and I really appreciate that. But
she said for the kid.
Yeah, I told you this kid, he's got a voiceover job tomorrow. It might be for some animation thing that he might wind up, if they like it and they produce it, then it could be like a bigger job. It's the truth. My boy's making that. He's following daddy's footsteps, but he's gonna even go further than dad. And I might write a little movie for him too, so he can get his shine on. Put a little cameo role in there for dad, Because let me tell you something, I'm still a very talented actor. I do sketch comedy characters. William will tell you I can morph into anything and anybody. Is that funny?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's funny. When I used to do television, film, and theater in New York, I did well. I was a SAG and equity after, did One Life to Live, Oz, Sopranos, New York Undercover. But I, just a working actor, paying my bills, working hard. Never, blew up, did anything super big, but I did write a movie, got that produced. I think it was a Blockbuster in Hollywood Video. I think now it's on Fandango. It's called Hate the Game. Okay. I didn't get all my credits for it, but that's all right. I know what I did. As the casting director, co-wrote it, one of the stars of the film. My character was Soul Walker. But it was dope. It was basically Empire before Empire and Power before Power. That's what we created. Okay, back in 04, 05. It was dope. You should check it out. We shot it all over New York City, gangster style, no permits, Reservoir Dog style. But we made it happen. People talk about making a movie, but we did it, me and my boys. So, but yeah, you could catch it, I think, now on Fandango. But when I wrote it, it was called Final City. I was trying to make it more spiritual, a little less gangster, but more spiritual and karmic, right? Kind of like the South Node. Because your boy is futuristic. right? And then I wrote a play and set attendance records. But enough about me. It's back to you guys. So, so second and eighth house for only Omi, the tenderoni. Give her a Tony. Or maybe she's a singer and a lyrical bringer. Because Taurus in the second house, Omi, you can have a nice speech, right? Now, remember, the Mars is on your ascendant chart ruler. And so that's a lot with, for your South Node, you have got to initiate investigating for truth, investigating what you're doing now, astrology, numerology, tarot, human design, the occult, the metaphysics, even just intimacy in a partnership, whether you're married or you're single, but there'll be this spiritual karmic desire to investigate anyone you meet, but also be assertive in meeting someone new. Now, the North Node in Taurus for you in your second house, it could be a lot about growing your own food, a lot about, if you sing or you're an artist, releasing what you create. A lot of it about not overspending, saving, investing your money. Doesn't always have to be in crypto or banks or stock market. It could just be like under the pillow, keep it real. But I always recommend to diversify, especially in these times, right? So just keep all that in mind, and then look for your Venus, Omi, and then look for your Mars. Now your chart ruler lights up because Aries ascendant, right? But look where your Mars is placed and look where your Venus is placed, and it also tells a story for the next 17 months for you too. It flavors the story. Capiche? That makes sense to you? Thank you for coming. I love having new people. And then the OGs like Matt Gaming, Scorpio Rising in the house. Yo. Scorpio Risings, we're something else. I'm gonna do a little okay, so I have my rising sign series. I did it a long time ago. I'm gonna do just like I did with my Cuss series. Make sure you guys watch my Cuss series, the original one, which was like when I was just starting to grow my hair or whatever, and just starting my channel, and I had the music too loud in some videos. I didn't know what I was doing. But then I did a second version where it's focused on just love, sex, and relationships of all the Cuss signs. So I'm going to do like a second version of the rising signs. I've just been tugging on it. Now I still got to finish my Pluto, my Neptune, and I'm doing Mars through the houses. Then I might even start Neptune through the houses, whatever, and then Mercury. But I've been spiritually called to do the rising signs sort of in relationships. Let me know if that would be interesting for you guys to see. Because sometimes the sun is not that important in a relationship, but the rising, because that speaks to your seventh house, the Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Juno, that's more of a story, but the rising sign is muy importante for relationships. So it's something that I think I need to touch on for y'all. And just stop matching up sun signs. Doesn't matter. 2 Aries could be together. I mean, hey, Aries, Virgo, and but because you need to do a synastry chart, right? I do a lot of synastry charts, and I've had a lot of couples, go to the finish line and get married, or even decide to stay married. So I'm really proud of my synastry work, and it's reading with videos and written report, and if you want, we can meet 30 minutes over Zoom, and you have any questions, answer them for you. But it's just how the planets are communicating with one another. And the nodes are important. What's your mission? Go ahead.
Okay.
Read. Did anybody comment on the Black Israelite stuff? Do you guys know about that in New York City and Harlem? Maybe none of you guys are from there. But
Matt Gaming said yes. Sometimes I can feel it at times. It's kind of hard. I'm trying to find myself and what I want to do in life. And then Matt Gaming also said it's funny. I just said something about the Matrix earlier today.
Yeah, because right now that energy is a pull on you. And then I think you told me you were 27, so your Mars is just maturing. You're about to have your Saturn return. Is your Saturn in Aquarius, Matt Gaming, or is it going to be coming up in Pisces? Maybe your later degree Aquarius, Saturn. Oh, America's Saturn is in Libra, but they're midheaven. That's interesting. Very interesting. In their 11th house, not in the 10th house. Very, very interesting. So, yeah. All right. What else is popping off?
Next, I don't know if I read this. Anna said my Scorpio is in 4th house and have Jupiter at 27 degrees. Scorpio, my Taurus is in 10th house.
Yeah, you already read that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Water Minx, Cancer,
hey,
North
Water
Node
Minx.
in the 2nd house. Capricorn, South Node in the 8th house.
No, I know. I want to know where your Taurus and your Scorpio are. We're not talking about any node and stuff. We're talking about the transit that's happening now for the next 17 months, right? So what she say, Cancer 4th house?
Cancer, North Node, 2nd house.
2nd. Mm-hmm. So that Taurus North Node's in your 12th house. So there's going to be a pull to share your hidden talents. Maybe it's more than DJing. Maybe you do graffiti. Maybe you're a singer or a lyrical bringer. Maybe you're secretly Water Minx an MC and you never told me you like to spit bars. And then they'd be like, Water Minx, come on, why don't you share that with me? You can jump on one of my songs from my next album. You know? Or maybe you sing. But it's also this pull where Water Minx, you might feel that you need some isolation, that you need to feel grounded in your home. And we talked about this, about you getting out of New York. It might make you want to move to a foreign land. All right, Taurus, Venus, beauty, property, real estate too. Now Mars, Scorpio, is literally owning land, right? Venus could be the money to acquire it, but Mars is property owning land, right? And Jupiter is an indicator too. But so you can, having the Scorpio in your 6th house, there can be some, intense emotions with work and your health and daily routine. You might want to, start learning or studying or working in, some of these modalities of Reiki or, meditation or acupuncture or different things, or, if you have a day job gig, right, separate from your artwork, right, your talents and skills, there could be emotional connections or haters from the coworkers and the boss. South Node's very spiritual and karmic, You could even meet somebody working out at the gym. But it might be, a feeling where the North Node, you're like, you know what, I want to go make money in a foreign land. I'm going to go be the illest DJ in Charlotte. You meet a female hip hop DJ and old school DJ. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that the next 17 months. And then look where your Venus is. That lights up your 12th house Taurus and whatever house Venus is in for the North Node. And then same thing with the 6th house Scorpio, and look for your Mars. All right. Nice to have you on and see you again, Water Minx. Water Minx, I hope you come to Astrological Coffee Talk, and same with Anna and Only Oni. Okay, it's only $12. Next month it's going up, but Sunday, March 13th, 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to meet over Zoom. We had a nice group last time. I teach an astrology lessons for 90 minutes. Can't beat that, $12 for 90 minutes. Because I know all y'all waste $10, $12 this quick at Starbucks or any other place, right? So astrology lesson, we're building community. We exchange our big threes. I answer questions. You could ask questions about the lesson I'm teaching. Last time I taught about annual perfections, which is really, really great. So it's a way you can indicate different events in your life, in the future, the past, it's a great tool. But so I'm going to teach a lesson, and then, like I said, and it's about really building community, you guys, because that's what we need. We need to connect together high vibration, positivity, and just exchanging knowledge. And you know what? I'm open. Like, I had a woman on there last time that was into Vedic astrology. And, I don't know Vedic that well. I know little principles, but not the whole thing. And so she was sharing some things and everybody was talking. It was beautiful. And that's what I want to create. I want the Taylored2U Coaching brand and family. I want to extend that and connect with you guys. So please, sign up and join. You're going to love it. I think we have a nice group returning and some new people coming. So join in. Book it at Taylored2Coaching@gmail.com. Email me directly, and then you can pay through Cash App or PayPal or Zelle or whatever. All right? So,
okay.
And I would love to meet all of you guys, the ones I haven't met yet. Irene, stop being shy. Matt Gaiman, come on, bro. What's up? You know I got love for you. Come on, bro. What's up? I'm a Scorpio brother. I forgot your sun sign, Matt Gaiman. Was Matt Gaiman a Gemini or Cancer? I can't remember. I know you got the Scorpio rising.
I use a Gemini, but I don't know.
You Gemini like my son? You Geminis. Gemini women? Y'all are no joke. Gemini men. So Gemini men is like 2 different people. Gemini women is like 4. And you don't master the 4 until you're like 35 or so. That's a lot. I dated a lot of Gemini women. Good Lord. Gemini women and Leo women. Oof. But I married a Pisces. All right. Come on. We got a bunch of...
Irene Max said astrology is my destiny.
Yes.
Oh, Jeanette.
We got someone new?
Janetta Panetta.
What's up, Janetta Panetta? How are you?
This is my first live.
I am so honored and so glad. Thank you for coming. Share with me your Taurus and Scorpio placements. Taurus is the North Node right now in transit. Scorpio is the South Node. Yeah, we gotta jump in always and let me know when new people come on.
Here and Jennifer Sweet.
Jennifer Sweet? Mm-hmm. Who's that? Is she new too? That's not Nicole Sweet.
No.
Oh, okay. Hi, Jennifer. Okay. Well, if you're not new, sorry, I don't remember, but welcome back or welcome for your first time.
And Laura Cool's here. Oh, and
hey, Laura.
A new person.
Who else?
Legend of Marlon Smith.
Whoa, Marlon Smith?
Marlon. I'm not sure.
Legend. I like to see y'all. What's up? Legend of Marlon Smith. That's a dope name. I love when you guys have creative names like that. That's Anyway, share your Taurus and Scorpio placements if you guys want, and I can
Matt Gaming's I'm a Capricorn Sun, Gemini Moon, Scorpio Rising.
Oh, okay, the Gemini Moon. No, I knew the Scorpio Rising. Come on, Matt Gaming. But Capricorn Sun, yeah, okay. I knew you had a Gemini somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I kind of remembered that. But you guys, that Taurus and like the North Node in Taurus in the 8th house in transit, right, Laura? You're going to feel a pull to learn more, and I think you're feeling it, to learn more about astrology and numerology, and remember the 8th house is also that psychology, and it's revealing. You're going to want to investigate not just the occult, but even there can be an inheritance coming, honestly, in the next 17 months for you, Laura. But also just that you're going to be, you might even meet someone that creates the bond of intimacy in a relationship, and the Scorpio, and look where your Venus is at. That will tell you more about that Taurus North Node in 8th house. And then look where your Venus is, which I think for you, it might be on the ascendant. So then it's about you investigating, you learning, you getting more crystals and gems, all the stuff, and then the South Node in Scorpio, South Node, Pisces. Oh, I'm bugging. Okay, not 8th house. I'm sorry. The Pisces, Aries, Taurus. So the Taurus is in your 3rd house. Duh. So it's karmic, or that pull for about your marketing, advertising, communications, your friends, your neighbors, and then that 9th house, South Node, and you'll look for the Mars for that and the Venus for your 3rd house. The 9th house, there could really be this almost spiritual calling to write. You're going to laugh, Laura, to write a book. We've been talking about that. Right? Okay, it's almost dinner time. So to write a book. Okay. Now, what about Legend? Legend, did they share your Taurus and Scorpio? And
Oh yeah. Well, I
and
mean,
and who was the other one, new one? Who was another lady?
Oh, Janetta Panetta.
Janetta Panetta, and then Jennifer, if you want to. And then I'm probably going to bounce, but if you want to share your Taurus and Scorpio placements.
Okay, let's see.
But thank you, guys.
Jennifer said Scorpio in 4th house and Taurus in 10th house.
Okay, so yours was the same as who was that from before? Anna, I think. Yeah. So there could be a lot of intense emotions with mom, grandma, even investigating about your ancestry, telling mom, grandma that you love, or you're secretly, shh, I'm into astrology. But listen, you got to be bold with it nowadays. Don't be hiding and and this and that or whatever. It's not a sin, right? The 3 wise men that found baby Jesus were astrologers, the Magi, right? But also, Pete, this. You see that not only was astrology the first calendar, but you see that they're doing astrology on the commercials. TurboTax got their astrologer. Who was that? With the food, the Virgo Libra women's in the commercial, Taco Bell or somebody. And then there was another one on Super Bowl Sunday with Schwarzenegger, Zeus playing Jupiter, and Salma Hayek, right, playing Jupiter's wife, which is Juno. Juno. So people know. People are getting back into the now, but then there's people trying to limit astrology and this and that or whatever. There's they kind of fear it. So there could be sanctions or restrictions or censorship on social media. I don't know if it's Twitter and TikTok and Facebook, but I don't think on YouTube. So, you know what I mean? So just understand that. And then the North Node and Taurus for you, there's this pull for a raise in your career, for maybe changing your career or, stunting on people in public, like, yeah, I'm Jennifer or whatever, you know what I mean? So, because the 10th house is, and the Taurus and Venus, when you make sure you going to work or whatever, that Taurus energy, right? A woman's got the purse, the shoes, and the belt all boom, boom, boom together. My Taurus half sister told me that. All right. Rest in peace, sis. All right. So, she's like, Eric, if you get a woman a bag, make sure you get her, and they always tell you don't buy a woman a bag, right? But if you get a woman a bag, you get her the shoes and the belt to match. But that Taurus energy, the North Node, there could be a calling to a new career, to a raise in your career, to creating a legacy, switching your career, So, and we already talked about the 4th house. So, okay, did Legend share? And Janetta Panetta? Janetta Panetta?
Well, yeah, I'm just going to do Janetta because I don't know exactly what Legend's comment is.
Okay.
Anyway, Janetta Panetta said Scorpio is my 3rd house. Taurus is in my 9th house.
Okay. So this might be a time where you feel a calling to find beauty in learning about a new belief, new philosophy, maybe connecting with what your father taught you. 9th house is your father's teachings. And publishing, writing a book.
Oh,
Okay.
Jennifer said my boyfriend doesn't believe in that, but he's watching this with me.
Oh, good. What's up, boyfriend? Come on. Yo, and I just told boyfriend. Astrology is the first calendar.
Her name is Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Oh, it's not Jeanette. Oh.
You got to learn how to read it.
I'm not sure how. Oh.
Yeah. The E, Jeanette. Silent.
Oh.
Okay. A would be Janetta. That's all right. He's learning. He's learning. But sorry about that, Jeanette. So understand that, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say, but besides the whole thing with Jesus, I'm telling you, you can, like, even like when I taught an astrological coffee talk with Eric, annual perfections, I could literally see the birth of all my children and when I got married to my wife in my chart. Oh, I'm a Scorpio rising. I have a stellium in my 11th house of Virgo in my birth chart. This was the deal breaker for me. When I was studying astrology, I'm taking a class, 15, 20 people online, 3, 4 Americans, people in Australia, Canada. And I'm just going to just say this for you, but it's for everybody. My father was murdered when I was 6 years old. And it's not on my sister's chart, but in my chart, you can see my father's murder. And when the astrology professor or teacher broke it down, everybody on Zoom, it's like you could hear a pin drop from Thailand to Australia to Indonesia to Canada to New York to LA. Like everybody was like, oh. And I was like, it's okay, because I told the teacher she could use my chart. But it's boyfriend. Astrology is real, man. And the powers that be. Ronald Reagan's astrology for Nancy Reagan's breast cancer surgery. Also for the Cold War with Mikhail Gorbachev. And the powers that be, that's how they launch their products. Albums, books, movies, new deodorant, new perfumes. They all have astrologers. That's why I do business birth charts. I can even see how you could grow your business and expand it. Anything and everything you can imagine. Medical astrology. Do you know in ancient times, the astrologers, the mathematicians, the scientists, the priests, the doctors, the astronomers were all astrologers. Astrology is older than any religion. And I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. I'm proud to say it. Jesus is why I'm here talking to you, because I almost died. So I have deep water faith. But enough about boyfriend. Okay, who else? Jeanette.
Let me see.
Legend.
Legend. Let's see.
And then we got to get ready to bounce. Your boy is hungry.
North Node, Sagittarius, 12 degrees. 12 degrees, and then O2. I'm not sure.
Second house?
Maybe second house. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't want to know your North Node. I want to know where your Scorpio and Taurus are at, because we're looking at the transit.
And then, he said, I got Scorpio and Pluto.
Right, what house is your Scorpio? Are you a Scorpio rising?
North Node, Sagittarius, 12 degrees.
Okay, so I think you're saying it's in your second house. So then maybe you're a Scorpio rising. So that means the South Node could be hitting your ascendant right now. So you're kind of like dealing like with Matt Gaiman and me. And it can make you really want to increase your spiritual practices. Maybe you, even for yourself, getting into more healing, trying Reiki, trying massage, different things like that, just for your own experience, but also things that you want to learn about, right? Things that because it's about you. But the South Node, remember, it's this karmic energy. Huh? A lot of separation.
Wants to know if you have a website.
Oh.
Okay. This kid doesn't pay attention. Yes, I do have a website, only Omi. It's Taylored2U.com. Taylored, right? Like you see my name, Taylored, ED, the number 2, the letter U, Taylored2U And that's how you can find me on all social medias, except Twitter. Twitter, I'm at Taylored2C and at Big 3 Astrology. But the way to contact me is Taylored2U Coaching at gmail.com. Okay. And that's why I want you to make sure you're reading through so you pay attention. Okay.
Legend said, "Oh, LOL, I thought it was Scorpio in general. I'm learning, LOL."
Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay, man. I'm here. I got you. But the Scorpio is the South Node right now for the next 17 months. The nodes switch signs approximately 16 to 18 months. So it just left Gemini and Sagittarius. Gemini North Node, Sagittarius South Node. The North Node is an energy that's foreign to us that we have to move towards. So you have that in your birth chart somewhere. It's currently in Taurus. The South Node is an energy of very spiritual and karmic, right? It's the dragon's tail. It has no eyes, so it has no direction, but it's skills and talents that you have from a past life. It's a past life energy. And when it's so dope because when the South Node is next to someone's inner planets, this is how you see some of these child geniuses, or like, Oprah would have those kids on and you'd be like a 5-year-old playing, Beethoven or Bach on the piano. Well, that's because the South Node is usually conjunct their sun and or Mercury. And they're in a tight orb within 5 degrees. And so that gives them crazy gifts, like with their hands or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it's fascinating. I'm telling you, like,
Jennifer said, "What do you think about the people who don't believe planets are real?"
I mean, I don't believe planets are real. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I don't, talk bad about anybody, but yeah, I mean, you can see the planets. You know what I mean? I don't understand. So the Great Conjunction, you saw Jupiter and Saturn, which is an effect that is, 20 years that begets the next 200 years, generations of your family, that energy. December 21st. And I did videos for each ascendant for those energies. So you can go back and watch those. They're really, in my playlist, really deep. And also I have a Patreon, you guys, and you could see those videos there. And I put, I have 2 tiers, $5 a month or $10, but on my Patreon, I put some content up there that's not here on YouTube, whether it's music or certain videos, breaking down big 3. And like even for, was it Jeanette or Jennifer's boyfriend, right? I also have, like, if you're like a little hesitant on astrology, I have mini chart services where you can get your feet wet, right? Learning the aspects of your personality. I have a chart service called Big 3. The Big 3 in astrology is your sun, moon, and rising sign, which is also called the ascendant. So the time you were born, that you chose to be born, right? And the eastern horizon in the sky, that sets up your ascendant, which is your chart ruler. So I'm a Scorpio rising, so that means Mars is my chart ruler. And then you look at Pluto as the secondary. But you look at the traditional rulers of the planets, Mars. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say because, I mean, you see the planets in the sky, and the ancients use the planets. The moon controls a woman's menstrual cycle, the tides of the ocean, the farmer's almanac, the Jewish lunar calendar. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, God bless them. I mean, we see the sun and the moon, so you know what I mean? And they have huge, remember the moon grows the plants at night, the moonlight. Yeah, I mean, Sunday, Sol. Monday, Lunes, the moon. Sunday, the sun. Tuesday, Martes, Mars. Great day to exercise. Wednesday, Miércoles, Mercury. Thursday, Jueves, Jupiter.
Jennifer said,
Hold on one second. Okay. Friday, Viernes, right? Venus. And Saturday, the true Sabbath, right? The day of Sábado, Saturn, discipline, right? Your discipline of faith. See? Astrology is the first calendar. Saturn's the last planet you can see with the naked eye in the sky. Hi, Saturn. How you doing? Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto you can't see. Newer planets. Go ahead, Jennifer said one.
Okay, Jennifer said yes. He's a Scorpio and I'm a Gemini. Oh boy.
That's cool. But you need to know, right? Your rising signs. You need to know your moons, your seventh house, his Jupiter, because he represents your husband. He's just your boyfriend, no pressure. And for him, his Venus, which represents you, the girlfriend, and potentially the wife. Okay? And the asteroid Juno for marriage. Watch that. Knowledge is love. I think it was 40 or 39 when I've talked about Juno.
Okay. Cherry Red. I didn't notice. Sorry.
Who?
Cherry Red.
Cherry Red?
Yeah.
No, Cherry Red's been here before. Welcome back, Cherry Red. How you doing? What'd she say?
Virgo rising.
Where's your Taurus and Scorpio? Real quick, okay, I'm getting ready to bounce.
Cherry Red said third house Scorpio with Lilith and Uranus, and ninth house Taurus with Chiron.
Okay, so yeah, you could write a book about, and you can tell me. You don't have to tell me, but look at your Chiron of the degrees, and whatever age that is, that's an indicator of when you had an emotional, physical, or spiritual wound, and maybe it's time for you, even if you don't get it published, but maybe it's time for you to write a book about those wounds, and it can be healing for you, but helping other people. Okay? Your North Node is there the next 17 months. That's plenty of time to write a book. Get it done. And the South Node, okay, so you could go through some out of nowhere, like emotional, intense revealing of truth and secrets and lies with your siblings, maybe with your mom. Third house is adult relationship with mom, siblings, friends, social media, neighbors. So don't overreact on social media. Don't say stuff that, all of a sudden, you just verbally killing people. It's not worth it. Stay on your high vibration, you guys. Don't get into arguments with people and stuff like that. It's just not even, focus on what you're doing. Focus on you. Right? All those haters and silliness on Twitter, it's just people commenting on other people living their life and shining. It's childish. That's a lower vibration, weaker mind. Focus on what you're doing. Be the best version of yourself. I can't be you. You can't be me.
Laura
just
asked,
be yourself.
Was the war predicted in astrology?
Yeah. Watch my Pluto return. Did you watch the whole thing? Okay. So you could see it coming, because it's America's Pluto return, but America affects the whole world. But also with the North and South Node, the South Node in America's chart is in the 12th house of Scorpio, but war's money, Scorpio's money, other people's money. 12th house is secrets, death and rebirth, power, control. Trying to control other people's money. Like they tried to put sanctions on Russia, and Russia was like, forget the US dollar. I'm going to get on Bitcoin. Right? So, and so there still could be some undercover secret dealings where America gets involved, or, the allied troops and this and that, whatever. But then the Taurus North Node in the 6th house, that's dealing with what we're dealing with food, the market, right? Our speech, for our health, daily routine, right? Taurus is grounded, fixed earth, spiritual, sensual, investment, savings. So you can just see the correlation of those two. And
Mr. Ralph said, peace, bro.
Oh, what's up? What's going on? Chart's almost done. Might even finish it up tonight, if not early tomorrow morning after physical therapy. Brother Ralph. Yeah, I'm glad you made it live, man. I'm really glad. So you guys, I'm going to get ready to bounce for dinner. Pick a winner. The lyrical grinner, not a sinner. I get the 4 tops. I used to listen to the Spinners. So, make sure you check out my song I just posted late last night. I looked at the chart when to post that too. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. But yeah, it's a, nice little song I did with DJ Crazy Killer and Felicia Taylor. Straight up freestyle off the top. I just heard the track and I went crazy, and just it's called Mean Bars. All coming off of my upcoming third studio album, God Told Me to Tell You. That should probably be out in 2023. I still gotta, get healthy, good praise report. My lungs are healing. Left lung completely healed. Right lung is getting there, a little scarring at the top, but your boy feels good. I'm grinding physical therapy. For those of you who know or don't know, I almost died. I was in a coma, 40 days, had COVID with valley fever and yada yada and all this stuff, and 85 days out of the home and the hospital rehab, and I'm still grinding. And God is good all the time. All right. But I wish you guys the best. I hope you all come to Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric Sunday, March 13th, 1 p.m. Eastern over Zoom. It's only $12. Best $12 you ever spend. But we're also building community. We got a nice group last month in February. This month's going to be a great group, and I hope it includes some of you guys and a lot of you guys that came on and caught me on this first time live. I thank you. I hope you come back. I should be on next Thursday. I'm trying to keep it every Thursday, maybe a Wednesday, maybe a Friday if, I've got clients and stuff like that, because, I do astrological life coaching.
Love said that song was fire.
Oh, thank you, Mia Moore.
Laura said, yes, God is good.
Yeah. Oh, it's all about God, Laura. That's right. Thank you, Mia Moore.
Have a blessed one, Legend said.
Oh, what's up, Legend? Have a good one. I appreciate you. Try to come back next week. And you guys, Taylored2U Coaching at gmail.com. Hit me up directly.
Janae said, thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, I don't even know what wifey cooked. Oh, my God. My wife, she's the best. But she is bananas insane in the kitchen. If I had the dough, I would just open up a restaurant and just let her rock. That was my original plan with her and my sister that passed away, my half sister, because she could cook too. But my wife is like bananas. That's why I'm always smiling. But this is fun, you guys. Just make sure. Okay, you got to know. Always think. Be present. Plan for the future, but be present in the now, because the now is manifesting the future, especially with positive affirmations and intentions. Self-love, vibrate from the heart, right? But take the time to pray, to meditate, escribe, right? Keep a dream book. I'm telling you, it will help heal the inner child and the subconscious mind. You're training the subconscious mind. It works, I promise you. You can get visions and dreams, downloads from Uranus. These are things that I'll be teaching in webinars that you can download off my website, working on that coming soon. But even in Astrological Coffee Talk, certain things that I will teach and talk about. So you don't want to miss it. And for $12, now April it's going to go up, but for $12 and $12 in March 13th, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, yo campita, okay? But this has been great. Focus, North Node, Taurus. Look at the Venus in your chart. This is the foreign energy. You don't know this energy. You got to move towards it. You balance at 70-30. 70 Taurus, 30 Scorpio. The Scorpio South Node is for the next 17 months, not your natal placement. Look at the Mars and what house your Scorpio's in, and it will tell a story and theme of what spiritually, karmically, you could go through and feel, things that you might need to let go of, things you might need to purge, things you need to surrender, let go, let God, especially Pluto Scorpio generation. But you know what I mean? So just understand, and Scorpio energy is empathic, can be a little psychic. But it's also very emotional, wants to investigate and get to the truth. So whatever house that's in, you could be doing that and, getting some deep knowledge, trying to kick knowledge, right? Like my boy Nasir Jones. So, all right, that's it. It was dope. What was the last couple comments?
Janae said,
enjoy
God
dinner.
bless you.
God bless you too.
Laura said, bye guys. Love you.
I love you too, Laura. Thank you guys. Please comment and check out, my joint Mean Bars. I hope you like that. I got Mars in the 3rd house coming tomorrow. Hope you're enjoying the Mars series so far. And Black Moon Lilith. Did you watch the Libra?
Anna said, one love. I'm definitely going to become a regular. Thank you. God bless
thank you, Anna. I
And
really
your
appreciate
beautiful
that.
family.
And I hope you hit me up for chart reading, or at least come to Astrological Coffee Talk. You're more than welcome, and it would be my pleasure. And I love meeting you guys, to talk to you guys, to exchange knowledge, and to share. And that's the thing. I can teach you, but you can also teach me, because it's just exchanging the energy and life experience and how things in our lives come true, or we see through our birth charts. Like some of the stuff, you just can't even make it up. So look at the degrees of your Chiron and look at that wound, emotional, physical, or spiritual. And then you can heal others. And when you heal yourself, dealing with that wound, okay? So North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio, episode 42, Knowledge is Love. Your boy is out. Email me directly, Taylored2U Coaching @gmail.com for any services, questions, or to book Astrological Coffee Talk with Eric, March 13th. Peace.
Bye.
Later. Bye. The truth.